Hey everyone, welcome to the Dukect Lounge. How y'all doing this great evening here? It's Dukect back with you once again. And the phone number, if you want to connect to me, Dukect here, is dial in is 724-444-7444. Once again, the number is 724-444-7444. And the call ID to connect to me, Dukect, is 92417. And if you can't use the phone to connect to me, remember there's always the chat room. And if you have TalkShoe Pro, what have you, which I have, it's free if you're a member of TalkShoe and everything else. It doesn't cost you nothing and all that good stuff and everything else. You can connect through the Shoe phone, and that's completely free, so you can talk to me, Dukect. Anyway, how y'all doing? This is the Dukect Lounge for March 30th, 2012. I want to thank y'all for joining me, and thank you very much for joining me here on this very, very good-looking Friday here on the East Coast. Thank you very much. And, well, we're going to talk about the show right now. Let's get into it. Let us get into Wrestlemania. Now, I got to say this. I am not going to be going to WrestleMania 28. I know, it sucks. But I got to say, though, it was one heck of an experience last year. I loved every bit of the experience, and I will try to go there again. I will try to make it to WrestleMania 29. It is, to me, even if the show is at best mediocre, I still love the entire experience of it. Meeting people, meeting wrestlers, meeting everything else, going to the Ring of Honor shows, going to the Access, going to the event itself, which was just, the word was just breathtaking. I know WrestleMania 27 is, well, bad, but, some people call it bad or horrible. Some, like myself, call it average. I don't know anyone would call it good. It's good. In my last time, my review, I gave it a 7 out of 10. It was good, but hey. It wasn't like a WrestleMania show. It felt like a pay-per-view. Anyway, there's a lot of things to talk about WrestleMania. In fact, I just found this just out right now. I might make a video about this. Brock Lesnar supposedly rumoring to come back for the weekend. Supposedly, Brock Lesnar has been questioning and everything else. Some people say that supposedly this could be another Rock. This might bring back the Rock, supposedly, and everything else. This looks like a really big story. It's supposedly he's like 50-50. He is. He's not going to be there. We don't know what's going to happen. He's going to interfere on the Rock's behalf. Is he going to interfere on Cena's behalf? We don't know. But anyway, is he going to be at the show at all? We have no idea. But when you hear about this story, I don't know what's going to happen, but I would love to see Brock Lesnar come back in the WWE ring. If he's 100, I would like to see Brock Lesnar in the WWE ring once he's 100% healthy, because we know he has his health problems and what have you. I just want to see if he can come back 100% healthy, and if he is ready to go through everything else, I would like to see him back in the WWE. I want to hear what your thoughts are. Personally, like I said, I would like him back. I would like to see him back. And if he wants to come back, if his mind is right, and his mind's right, and he's 100% mentally and physically, then I would like to see him back in the ring one more time in the WWE ring. I would like to see him. I don't know who he has to face. Maybe him and Punk. Maybe him and Cena. You're going to go back and say, and Cena, that's another mountain Cena needs to climb again. Have him face Brock Lesnar, that sort of thing. Have him, you know, all against the odds, you know, always goes against the odds and comes back clean, John Cena, that sort of thing. Everything that. We don't know. But we have no idea if Lesnar's going to show up at all, or this is just some hot air. Anyway. It's going to be very interesting because supposedly, you know, this might set up next year's match, but I think it would be very interesting. Very interesting. Anyway, we're going to take a small break right here, and we're going to get right back into the thick of things. We're going to talk about the WrestleMania card. We're going to talk about all the stuff that's going to happen here on the Duke CT Lounge. We'll be right back right after this. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here live. Thank you once again for joining me, Duke CT, here on the Duke CT Lounge. Phone number is 724-444-7444, and the number once again is 724-444-7444, and the call ID to connect to me, Duke CT, is 92417. Bow. But anyway, well, we're going to be talking a bit now about the WrestleMania huge, and I mean huge card. Well, anyway, let's talk about the card now, shall we? All right, now let's see. Let's look at the whole WrestleMania card, and we're going to see this whole, well, besides the obvious Cena Rock thing, I'll get to that last, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get into, let's say, first off, let's talk about the match that has, well, honestly, the least importance and not really have any type of importance whatsoever. It is Randy Orton taking on the man, well, he's taking on the monster, the big red machine, Kane. Now, I'm going to be honest, the last time these two faced, it was a really good hardcore match, but honestly, I'm not feeling this match. I'm not feeling this match whatsoever. And honestly, why is Kane going after Randy Orton? Because he made him feel human. And I think already Muse has already talked about this on his other Raw reactions, but I think it bears repeating here. Why is if Randy Orton is the main reason why he's turning his back on humanity and what have you, he felt like he's coming back to Monster, then why didn't he attack Randy Orton when he came back? You know, that would have made a lot more sense. Instead of going after Cena, why was he going after Cena in the first place? Going after Cena and Eve and Zack Ryder. Why was he going against those guys? That makes no sense whatsoever. I don't know. It just really just seems that another thing that the WWE just well, we have these two big stars. We don't really have anything for them to do with WrestleMania, so Randy Orton and Kane match. No story, no reason whatsoever. Honestly, I don't really care about this match, and I doubt most people don't care about this anyway. So I'm basically going to say no one really cares about it. So anyway, moving on, let's look at this. The Divas Tag Team match. That's right, it is going to be the Divas Tag match, which supposedly is going to happen, even though Maria Menounos supposedly, no, she really actually broke her rib during the, Dancing with the Stars or what have you. She actually broke one of her ribs, and supposedly, I don't know how she's going to wrestle or what have you, but it looks like it's going to be, I think, honestly, I'm not surprised it's going to have Kelly versus Eve and Phoenix and just beat her in a handicap match because, hey, Kelly, the girl who can't run to the ring ropes to save her life, supposedly, it's going to be both of them. Hey, she just beat Eve Torres. Hey, for all the crap Eve Torres takes and what have you, the host ski and everything else, at least for one thing, at least she can run to the ropes. I have never seen someone with so much in-ring, to the lid. I mean, how long she's been around in the business, Kelly, or what have you, and yet she does not know how to run to the ring, to go to the ring ropes. How is this possible? How do you not know, with all of her training, if all of her stuff, to basically to do one of the most basic things as a wrestler, to run to the ring, her run to the ring ropes is downright just, I don't know how she doesn't do it. I don't know. It just boggles my mind. It always bothers me, and it bothers a lot of people. She does not know how to run to the ring ropes. It just bothers a lot of people. Ugh. I don't know. But anyway, as prediction of both two matches, I have, honestly, Kelly winning with Maria Menounos just doing a flip or something, not to injure herself. Maybe a body slam. And Randy Orton beating Kane, because at this point, Kane does not need any victories. In fact, I don't think Kane needs, honestly, I don't know why Kane's there. He should be retiring at this point, because there's not much we can do with him. Anyway, moving on, we're going to be talking about the 12-man tag team match. When MGM gets control of Raw and SmackDown. Team Laurinaitis is David Otunga, Mark Henry, The Miz, Jack Swagger, Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre, a.k.a. Team Jobber, taking on Team Long, Santino Marella, R-Truth, Kofi Kingston, The Great Khali, Zack Ryder, and Booker T, a.k.a. The Afterthoughts. I mean, that's what I'm calling them. Team Afterthought and Team Jobber. That's basically the overall gist of it, because I'm sorry. I don't really care for any of this match. I know it's going to really change everything, but honestly, I'm tired of this whole GM thing. It has gone way out of control. I'm getting tired of this. I'm tired of that. Same thing with Hulk Hogan and TNA. I'm tired of stupid GMs running shows and everything else. Why can't it be back in the day like Jack Tunney and what have you, who basically didn't really appear until something really major happened? Instead, we're just going to have Team Laurinaitis win, and they're going to have it, and Team Laurinaitis, and then Johnny Ace is going to do the evil GM thing, and, you know, all his other stuff, which no one will really care about because I'm sick and tired of Team Laurinaitis, Team Long. I don't give a damn. I don't, okay? I don't care who wins this match. I don't care who's going to be GM of Raw on SmackDown because they're going to input themselves in every stupid little storyline that is just going to basically remove all the tension and basically make the wrestlers seem to be side characters. In fact, that's what it is. All the wrestlers here are basically side characters to basically Long and Laurinaitis. No one cares about the teams. No one cares about anything out here or what have you. And it frustrates me because supposedly this was going to be, instead of team, I honestly wish they just went with the Money in the Bank thing instead of just having Team Laurinaitis and Team Long. Because honestly, I would rather have them do a freaking regular 3-minute match than have all these great talents being rendered basically meaningless. Rendered being basically, like I said, afterthoughts. Or basically render all these guys who are just jobbers and afterthoughts. Basically are. They're basically every last one of these guys in the wrestling leagues are afterthoughts. The crowd doesn't really give a damn about any of them. They only care about John Laurinaitis and Teddy Long. Those are the guys the fans would like to see fight. That's what is happening, and that's what really and that's the whole thing. Team Laurinaitis and Team Long basically are just honestly should not be here. They should have had a Money in the Bank ladder match with most of these guys in there instead, and have Long and Laurinaitis actually wrestle for like 4 or 5 minutes. That's it. That's all. That would have been a lot. That would have been better than just having this complete crap. Anyway, like I said, Team Laurinaitis wins. Next up, we have the Intercontinental Championship match as Cody Rhodes takes on The Big Show. And I gotta say, as Cody, even though I have a feeling this match is going to only last about 1 or 2 minutes, as Cody Rhodes seems to be basically been leading up to that point, I have to say Cody Rhodes really, really impresses me. And honestly, I'm not really breaking new ground here, but I am really surprised that him got over this quickly instead of like Ted DiBiase. Because remember, once upon a time, people were actually liking Ted DiBiase Jr. Ted DiBiase Jr. They're like, oh my God, Ted DiBiase Jr. They were chanting everything else, and then when he just kept doing the same crap, that horrible theme song. I come for money. I come for. Oh God, that was terrible. A terrible theme song with a terrible angle. What happened? This millionaire belt. It just really pissed me off. Anyway, Cody Rhodes versus Big Show. I like this. I really do. I have a feeling this match is going to be really, at least it's. I really hope it's going to last long because I hopefully wish that Cody Rhodes really does, because like I said, in the end of the day, I have Big Show winning, but I just have a feeling Cody Rhodes is going to, be on bigger, better things. One would hope, because last time the last person I thought was going to have any bigger and brighter days or what have you was going to be Dolph Ziggler, but he seems to be just, honestly, just staying in the upper mid-card and mid-card status. Same as Jack Swagger. Because remember him, he used to be the World Heavyweight Champion. Yeah, it's not how they present him, because they present him as a complete joke, but he was once upon a time a champion, and he actually had a good match against Randy Orton. I just had to keep telling myself that. Because the way they present him, it just seems like that was just a lifetime ago. Much less, basically, 2 years ago? Yeah, it was basically 2 years ago. Anyway, like I said, Big Show wins the Intercontinental title match. Moving on, we have the end of an era match, as we have Hell in a Cell, The Undertaker, taking on the Game, Triple H, with the special guest referee, the Heartbreak Kid himself, Shawn Michaels. This match has gotten really, I was just really bored, like, okay, this is going to do another no-holds-barred match, but this really adds a wrinkle to it, and I really hope they go all the way to it. I mean, I'm talking blood. I'm talking bloody. I'm talking just killing. I'm talking like just destroying one another. I mean, just like, what a Hell in a Cell should be instead of this PG crap. And I understand PG and everything else, but to me, once you have these gimmick matches, it lessens the effects of them. And personally, I say they should not even have any gimmick matches, basically for a whole year or something. Save them up. There should be no gimmick matches or what kind or what have you. And when they do have them go a little, let's show a little blood. Let's show a little, carnage. That sort of thing. And really ramp up the danger of what this Hell in a Cell, Elimination Chamber, or ladder matches or what have you are. These are very dangerous matches. And you actually can really bring that thing up with everything else, which would be best. Anyway, I really did. Because last year I really did enjoy Taker, Triple H, no disqualification, no DQ. I loved it. I really did. I thought that was a really good matchup. I got a feeling that this is going to be a really good one as well. With Shawn Michaels as a special guest referee, I don't know. I think there's going to be some sweet chin music. I guarantee someone's going to get hit with some sweet chin music. And I don't know. It's a maybe. I would not be surprised Triple H wins here, but I also would not be surprised that The Undertaker somehow wins. And wins cleanly. I don't know. But anyway, that's what I feel. I have The Undertaker or Triple H. But if you want to press me, I have The Undertaker pertaining the streak. Next up is the World Heavyweight Championship match. As Bryan, the World Heavyweight Champion, takes on the Royal Rumble winner, the two-time first ever Irish-born WWE Champion, two-time WWE Champion, first Irish-born champion, former United States Champion, Sheamus, and he's looking to get the gold. And I gotta say, I have Sheamus winning because I think Daniel Bryan did pretty well for himself. And I honestly don't think he needs a championship bout to really get the crowd for or against him. I think he is going to really get hit. He always got the crowd booing him and everything else. I really like this new character. I really like this whole thing with AJ. Looks like she's gonna be the willing partner in crime instead of the damsel in distress. I like that. So I think Sheamus is going to win. I think Sheamus should win. And I think it's going to be the new World Heavyweight Champion. And Daniel Bryan might get a rematch, maybe against maybe a CM Punk down the road. And speaking of which, we have the WWE Championship match. It's rumored to start the show, but we don't know yet. It is going to be the best in the world, supposedly, CM Punk, the WWE Champion, taking on the best in the world in what he does, the one, the only Y2J, Chris Jericho, with his stupid light-up jacket. We have him taking on CM Punk. I gotta say, I really have, honestly, this feud has been, I gotta say, it could have been a lot better, but to me, it's getting way too personal, and they're just really forgetting about the whole best in the world thing. Of course, this is like nice thing that Chris Jericho using this to get into Punk's head and everything else. But I just feel like I don't want to keep harping on Muse. It does seem like a retread of last year's. In fact, this whole card seems like a whole retread of WrestleMania 28. Look at this. We have most of the stuff. We have a nonsensical feud that basically is we have Randy Orton Kane. You have a feud that basically is a feud that The reason why they have a match at WrestleMania is because of something that happened in the past. It was basically not in the, at least it's been more recent than, say, what CM Punk said about Randy Orton. You have a Undertaker versus Triple H again. Some a new wrinkle in Hell in a Cell and what have you, and Shawn Michaels, but it's still a rematch. You have Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus. The same match that happened last year, but turned the U.S. Championship match into a battle royal, which honestly had the Great Khali winning. Why? I don't know. They should have just. I really hated that. And last but not least, we finally have Rock versus Cena. That's something that has been built up for WrestleMania 27. It just, you know what? It does. This card really does have a WrestleMania 27 Part 2 on it. Maybe that's just me, but I don't know. That's just why I have the whole thing against it. Not against, but it's a feeling I have. Anyway, let's get down to the real main event of the whole match. The main event is The Rock. The man, the Brahma Bull, returns in in-ring action against the Doctor of Thugonomics, the 10-time WWE Champion, John Cena. Now, I gotta say this. The way they built this, lackluster. That's the word is reminded of. This is really, really lackluster. This is a really lackluster card. Not card, but really a lackluster way to main event. They didn't get any type of physical contact, and they just basically retained the points from last year and everything with Rock and Cena. Sure, there have been a lot of hilarious stuff, like, for example, the Rock concert. Cena has, really amped up his promo game from after the Elimination Chamber. He really really just got on the promos and such, and everything else. There has been some good things in here, but it lacked. You know what it really lacked is really physical confrontation. Why haven't the Cena and Rock just went out and just started just browbeating each other, just destroying each other, that sort of thing? That really just pisses me off, because this is a really, a feud that should have had that. Instead, we have John Cena co-opting CM Punk's arguments. I mean, what have you. That's what he did. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, a pro wrestler. And I'm like, well, here's some of the stuff from Cena, which, while good, really feel would have been a lot better and rang so much true if someone like Daniel Bryan or CM Punk was saying them. Because I really feel that, because as John Cena is, as what he is, it just seems to me that he is, at best, what John Cena is at best is, well, honestly, a corporate champion, a corporate guy. That's what John Cena is. And they really put that in, because once The Rock was the corporate champion, and now Cena's basically the new corporate guy, too. If you really should put that in, and maybe The Rock's jealous. That sort of thing. They really played that up. Or they could have just made The Rock heel, but then again, he still would have been cheered. Or maybe turn Cena heel, because I think that's what should have happened here, because, hey, he's going to get booed anyway. Why not just go all whole hog on it? And just be like HBK and Shawn Michaels and Hogan. He turned heel, and the next just have him turn face again. But no recourse, what have you. They haven't stopped WWE before, so why not have Cena turn heel and have him go after The Rock with the rage of 1,000 suns? That would have been a lot more interesting. Instead, what we got here. The match, I think, will be at least good. I think it's going to be passable, but not as good as they've been hyping up to be. In fact, there's not going to be anything good enough to hype. I mean, maybe Punk and Jericho. But other than that, this card does seem really forgettable. Besides Cena and Rock, there's nothing really yelling for WrestleMania. I mean, besides Cena, Rock, and Taker, Triple H, and the Hell in a Cell, can anyone tell me those two matches, does anyone else really feel that this is a WrestleMania card? At best, this is basically a regular pay-per-view, and that's sad because I really feel like this is supposedly the best of the best card. This is something that everyone should go see, and this right here, honestly, I can see why a lot of people are like, I'm gonna forget this, or I'll just wait till Rock and Cena. I'll wait till it gets on YouTube or what have you. I'm not really surprised by this. Anyway, that's all it really does suck, but hey, it's that what it is. That's how it's been presented. Anyway, that's all I gotta say here. It's been a great 30 minutes hanging out with y'all. Thank you very much for joining me in the Duke CT Lounge. Thank you very much. And I will see y'all next week here on the Duke CT Lounge. Same time, same channel. And this review, and this thing will hopefully get up there as my other podcast will be up. I will upload both of them after this podcast is over. My previous podcast on YouTube and Blip. Also, I will put this thing up on Saturday. So if everything goes right, this will be up on YouTube and on Blip on Saturday as well. Anyway, thanks you very much for joining me. It's Duke CT here. Peace and love. I will see y'all when I see y'all later.